best talent in the United States as we look at these rosters. And if you look at the SaberCats, dial in a number 14, Paolo Bellicana. He was one of the most dangerous players in Major League Rugby on a 15s field with 7s in all the space. He's going to be incredible.
Look at the SaberCats also with Taylor Howden coming in. Look at that name. He's no stranger to this tournament. He is a late call-up for Dicky Lati.
Okay.
We have the man in the middle today for this match. Chris O'Malley will be running things for game 3 of the Rugby Town Sevens. On day 1, it's Colin Asau, the Olympic gold medalist from Rio, getting us underway. SaberCats wasting no time, taking it forward. Pangilinan out to Marani, played with the Legion this year, former SaberCat. Some great work out there in the 15-metre channel for the SaberCats, holding possession. Santa Rosa doing their best to upset things at the ruck, and a ball through the legs. It's picked up by, is it? Yes, the big hand of the big Fijian pulls it in, and that one's gone forward. So the first mistake of the game.
You can see the pressure defense from D-Block. Just a lot of back and forth at the beginning. You can see D-Block, they're just trying to get up in their faces and disrupt it. Lots of width and space from the SaberCats, and one feels if those passes go to hand, they're in real trouble on the outside.
No shortage of talent. I mentioned Pangilinan as well. He's played plenty of 7s back in the day for Ombak as well. Many national championships. USA jersey as well. He will feed this scrum.
Crouch.
Shy of the 40-metre line in their own territory now, but in the match of 7s, doesn't take long to get into the opponent's territory.
Straight out. Straight out.
So that ball was straight out, JP. It's going to be a reset scrum, still in favour of Houston.
Let's go, Red. Feet back until the ball comes. Crouch. Crouch.
So we see the just how much space there is in 7s, James. The ball comes out now, straight into the pocket, nice and safe. Marani, one-on-one with his opposite. That was Salato, he got around. Marani, one more to beat, gets brought down 5 metres from the sideline. Wide passes now. You look at the width that this Houston team is playing with. Bellicana out now to Boyer. Had a great season as well, and he just gets taken out, but it'll come back. Playing advantage was the referee, so penalty to the SaberCats.
Boyer, obviously a player a lot of locals will be familiar with, and talk about his move this season. How good he was in Major League Rugby with the Cats.
The kick from Pangilinan is a beauty, getting his team way down into D-Block Santa Rosa's territory. A line out now, 7 metres from the try line. I would say this is their best attacking opportunity today.
Come on the hooker slot. Time's off.
Beautiful conditions here today, James.
No excuses, but they wouldn't have been, what, 700 days since they played with this lack of oxygen up here. It's going to be interesting to see which teams are better conditioned as they go through this tournament.
Well, you said up here, exactly that. We are at altitude, folks. Mile High City, and a little error from the SaberCats. They've squandered that opportunity, and this is how fast an error can turn into an opportunity for the opposition. Boyer gives chase, but it is in vain as Jerome Nali scores the first try of the match for the new kids, D-Block Santa Rosa.
Just came from some good pressure on defense again. We've seen it so far. It's pretty speculative, that rush line speed. You really got to back yourself one-on-one. And they were able to force a mistake. As we look, mistake coming at the breakdown. Some good work over the top of the ball. That was from Seru. And from at that point there, it was Jerome Nale, and he pretty much had the whole length of the field to make it. Using the angle on the field well. Just able to get past Boyer and put the first points on the board.
Fantastic effort from the number 6, Jerome Nale. Just sucking in that oxygen now as he walks back to the halfway line. Colin Asau unable to add the extras from out wide. 5-0 in favour of Santa Rosa Rugby Club over the Houston SaberCats. Colin Asau to restart. It's well taken from Van der Merwe. And then the hands, but tackled almost instantaneously. Couldn't bring that one in. Again, good cover defense from Santa Rosa.
Yeah, the pressure and the ability to make the one-on-one tackle, but the story of this match so far is just a little lack of execution from the SaberCats. You can see when they're going wide, a lot of players are making those check steps, high passes, you know, and it's one of these things in big tournaments. You see there Cummings, yeah, just not going to hand at the end there, trying to get across to tack it. Could have been slightly early tackle, but again, it's these things going to hand. And the beginning game of a tournament, there's often a little bit of nerves there, and you start to see teams settle in game 2 and game 3. But in a tough tournament like this, you've got to win every single match.
Yeah, that's right, James. Settling in is key. Probably first sevens game for a lot of these players at this level, at least.
Good. Is 7 or is he good?
Play now restarts after a short injury.
It seems like they're kind of doing what he's doing.
Assessment.
It's almost like they're taking his speed. That's good. You mean they take you?
The Hilton Garden in Cherry Creek is a proud partner of Infinity Park. Book now at hilton.com. What a hotel.
Great hotel. Stayed there many times, James. Many a restful night.
And a good gym as well. How important is that?
Of course you've got a gym, shame me, haven't you, right now, James? So we have a replacement. The injury was to Ludwig van der Merwe of the SaberCats. We hope he's okay. On the sidelines now. Max Tackett comes on as D-block Santa Rosa break away through Gia Nimathawa. Now Klinisau with the goose step out wide. Hoover sets sail. It's brought down by a great tackle, Pangilinan. On the 22-meter line now, the SaberCats. D-block Santa Rosa, plenty of width. Looking to spread it left to right. Seru. Short ball, the big man. Gini Mathawa. And then it's Seru for the switch play under the posts. D-block back-to-back tries. They are looking hard to stop James Patterson.
How about that passage of play? We talk about chemistry, and the Fijians, they have it in their DNA. They know where everyone's going to move. You jink, you jive, they come with you, as we see here. Good short line, and it's just this nice little support line around the corner by Seru. And he finishes off what he really started, that big, tall, rangy player in midfield. Ball out in front of him, drawing in lots of players, and that's just a good second effort. But it's that awareness of knowing where we're going to be.
And the conversion was good also. Mere formality to bring the score to 12-0 in this third game on day 1 of the Rugby Town Sevens here in Infinity Park, Glendale, Colorado. I'm Mark Stabina, joined by James Patterson. Such a pleasure to be here, to have you join us as well. It's been over 700 days in the making. Of course, 2020 was interrupted with the pandemic, but we are back. And the SaberCats with an opportunity now, right before the halftime break, to get themselves on the board. Pangilinan with some soccer skills, met with some ferocious defense and the counter ruck as well, but they do well to hold on to possession. Getting it out now, a little bit of space for the SaberCats. Couldn't quite get away, Aaron Cummings, from the defense. Penalty.
Before you play the ball.
Played the ball on the ground. You need to get back to your feet if you do that. And that could have been their last opportunity in the half, James.
Just really impressive defense by Santa Rosa. You know, it's just that the ability to make that one-on-one tackle, and they don't really panic at all once you get in behind them.
So that will be the halftime break, 12-0. D-block Santa Rosa are out to a 12-point lead. The SaberCats yet to post a score in this game. Let's have a look at the highlights, James.
Yeah, and really, if you look on paper, you'd expect it to be all SaberCats with their professional experience, but it's come from the Santa Rosa on the back of some great defense, and that was Jerome Nale. Long runaway break. Again, came from some good work over the ball, and then they were able to do it again here, and this is just some excellent interplay with Seru, getting it back from Gioni Osawa and going in right underneath the post.
Great effort here from D-Block Santa Rosa. And James, SaberCats really only had one opportunity close to the try line of SaberCats. But let's have a listen to the SaberCats coaching now. Taylor Howden.
So listening, talk about our game plan. Where the PGO's live, I'm going to come back in running number 2. One's on the outside here. Okay. One's on the outside here.
I mean, I could probably guess what he's saying in that huddle. And we know Taylor, he's such a character. I expected him to see with the boots on, but he's a guy, he wants patience. You got to build phases, keep the ball out of their hands, and that's when you find those mismatches. At the moment, it's just they're playing first phase ball every time against a very structured defensive line.
That's a good point. Fundamentals, right, James? And that's what Taylor Howden surely will be instilling in his team. Just can't afford to make errors. When you get an opportunity like they did with the line out, or 5 meters out from the Santa Rosa try line. This was early on in the match. They could have taken the lead with a score, but instead couldn't control the ball to break down. And it ended up being Jerome Nale with the breakaway and the score. That's how things can turn so quickly in the game of sevens. So let's see what the SaberCats can do after a pump up from player coach Taylor Howden, legendary sevens player, originally from New Zealand, as is my co-commentator James Patterson. I'm Mark Stabina. Pleasure to have you with us. This is the second half of Game 3, Day 1, the Rugby Town Sevens 2021. Crowd already building here at Infinity Park. That is an uncharacteristic error. Straight out on the full. And it will come to the halfway for a free kick.
Let's go, Red.
It's a really important thing, and it's basics. You've got to be able to kick off, because it is really one of the most attacking facets of play when you talk about sevens, the ability to get up and get your own ball and retain the ball when it's kicked to you.
Giving away ball so easily is a deathly crime in the game of sevens, as the SaberCats get one of their own. Great steal at the breakdown, and now with an opportunity. Just leaves it behind him, Joey Sock. Cleans it up. See what Boyer can do. Stepping back in, trying to find some safety away from the sideline. He does that so well. Mess at the breakdown again. D-Block Santa Rosa, so ferocious at competing for ball at the tackle. The SaberCats will need to clean that up. It's already cost them dearly in the first half as the ball is held up. If they can keep him up, it'll be a turnover. Ball comes out miraculously for the SaberCats, and now they're on the charge. Comes out, ball hits the ground. That's Balakana. Cleaning up again, takes his time, sends it in field. That's a hospital pass. Marani does well. Pirouettes, beats another. Now he has some space. Thomas Marani looking for the wide pass. He finds Boyer, and then Boyer with a run against the Olympic champion of 2016. No match for Nick Boyer. First try for the SaberCats in this match. Wow, JP, that's better from Houston.
That had a little bit of everything. It started with some great play with Cummings on the outside originally, and it looked like he was going to get held up. The ball miraculously came out, and then it was just a massive, almost looked like a hospital pass coming back in the middle here. Marani, unbelievable effort, just stepping inside. And at this point, it was this great pass, nice flat pass. Again, ball out in front. Boyer's able to keep his speed, run onto the ball, and then it's just a foot race to the corner.
Conversion missed, so the score will remain at 12 points to 5 after the try. You saw in that replay the work of Thomas Marani set up that try eventually for Boyer. Marani, born in Miami, and he grew up in Buenos Aires. Played plenty of rugby over there. He's also played for Life West. And we mentioned before, he spent most of this season with the San Diego Legion, a former Houston SaberCat, which is why he was invited back to his old club to play some sevens with his buddies today.
Real good, number 4. Time's on.
Kickoff for the SaberCats now. Comes through Kyle Rogers.
Touch.
The old knuckleball there. That's going all sorts of different directions. Did land in field though, so won't count against them, but they're going to have to defend against this Santa Rosa side. And they've got a really strong target at the line out. Jose Seru. He's been great so far in this match.
He has indeed, James. Seru, so dangerous. Line out, not straight.
And you didn't need to throw that not straight. He's about 1.5 meters above anybody else in that line out. Definitely no pressure there, but this is exactly what the SaberCats need. Good attacking position. You've got Marani there as first receiver, so maybe a little razzle-dazzle against this blitz defense.
Yes, Marani at first receiver. You can just see him eyeing up his opposite man, Salato. In fact, Salato moves out one now as Colinisau leaves the field.
Time's on. Crouch.
The veteran, Fiji Olympic champion, captain. Great presence to have here. Marani elects to fling it wide. Comes out to Boyer in the wide space again. Has a crack on the outside. Well brought down by Hoover. And it's knocked on at the tackle. Another missed opportunity for the SaberCats. These crucial errors we were talking about.
Yeah, you can see Boyer going to ground, and it was Jacob Hidalgo who was coming in support, and he just tried to flick it up to them. It's one of those things, you're coming into clean, you're trying to receive the pass, but Boyer's proven very strong on the outside, beating the first tackle every time.
Crouch.
It's that miscommunication sometimes, isn't it, James? Just, am I supporting? Are you going to pass? Are you going to hold? Are you going to keep? This is what you find the teams that have had more time together don't tend to have those communication issues as Santa Rosa now. Spread it out, not all the way to the sideline. They're staying within a 15-meter channel. Oh, and a little break down the sideline. It's Nali again, the try scorer. Has a crack and he's brought down. That's a try-saving tackle by Joey Sock. Great work. For the quick throw.
Don't touch the ball.
A little comeback for the line out. Nearly a try there. Brilliant play. Thrills and spills here already, James Patterson, in the Rugby Town Sevens.
Again,
3 red.
It's good work. There's Nale. Nale just spotted a little bit of a gap down the blind side. Just trying to keep the defense honest, but really it comes down to these plays, and it looks like there's some late interchange happening too as well with Santa Rosa, so a little bit of unstructured defense in the back line. Can they take advantage of it?
SaberCats now coming out of their 22. Fortunately, a penalty as...
Here, Joe.
Yeah, the substitute player actually came on the field and looked like he joined the tail end of that line out, so good penalty call there. And a great attacking opportunity at midfield.
Well spotted by you, James Patterson. Stickler for the rules of rugby is JP. As now, the SaberCats. A little set-piece move by the looks of things. Out now, looks like it's worked as Marani finds his winger, and now coming back inside with the handoff. Joey Sock now beats another. Brought down by a 2-man tackle. And it's a penalty again at that breakdown. D-block Santa Rosa have been fantastic in this part of the field.
Yeah, not releasing the ball there, and I believe we're going to see on the replay, it might have been the big man again, Jose Seru. Just, you know, the tackler is making sure of it around the legs. That support player is getting in there. If he's not on the ball, he's slowing down the ball and really taking a lot of the sting out of his attack.
So good at ruck time. Deep block Santa Rosa.
What's your line, guys?
See the replay, there it is. Good tackle, and then straight in over the top. I believe it looked like it was Nale.
Nale, yeah, he can do everything. Nale scored a try earlier on. Oh, this is an opportunity now as the clock ticks away. We're coming into the final play of the match. Surely, if they can score and get the conversion, we have a drawn match.
Last play, guys.
Here for Pool B.
Let's go, guys. Crouch.
So, what about this excitement? This is the game of sevens for you, JP. A scrum in the right part of the field for the SaberCats.
Set.
If they can score this and get close to the posts, we may have a drawn game. As Lepetti takes on the defense, he gets away, but no, he was held. He needed to release the ball, and that is the last opportunity. Surely Santa Rosa will just kick it out and close out the game. That is a beauty between these two teams. A hard-fought victory for D Block Santa Rosa. They've taken out this match 12 points to 5 in game 3 of day 1.